Okay, I am here. I've got a low budget setup. I don't have access to my studio right now, but that is not going to stop me giving you an incredible couple of prompts that allow you to create your own personal marketing grader for any marketing tactic you want. Any marketing tactic you want. You want a marketing grader for product launches? You've got it. You want a marketing grader for your landing page? You've got it. You want a marketing grader for search, for paid? You've got it. You're going to be able to build that in a very short amount of time. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to step through my process, how I actually think about AI, which is constantly, and how I turn every singular thing that I come across in the internet into some sort of prompt to help me do my work better. And so you really want to stay tuned. This video is going to be pretty short. I suspect it's going to be like 10, 12 minutes, and it's going to have 4 core things that are going to get more advanced as they go on, but I'm just going to give you the thing you can just go copy and paste, and it will work really, really well. So here we go. Let's share some stuff because that's how we like to do it in Marketing Against the Grain. So let me take you through the brain of how I work. All right. So, picture me. I'm browsing the internet as I always am. I come across lots of cool things and I put things into my swipe file. Historically, a swipe file is really where you collect information. You collect answers to questions, you collect knowledge, and it really kind of sits in this swipe file for you to internalize that knowledge. Why do we love AI? AI turns all knowledge into action. AI turns all knowledge into action. So all of the knowledge you now have, you can instantly turn that into action. And people don't understand how incredible that is. And let me show you how incredible it is. I come across this entire awesome download of all of the things that David Ogilvy has taught us on how to create advertising that sells. David Ogilvy is a master copywriter. He has a ton of core principles that stand the test of time. They are as applicable today. They are actually more applicable today than they have ever been in the past because we are going to drown in the noise of AI generated content. And so you want to know things that really help you cut through that noise, and the principles that David Ogilvy have taught throughout the years are as important today as they ever have been. So I find this incredible knowledge, this amount of knowledge that teaches me all of the things that David Ogilvy teaches us to do great copywriting. So knowledge, I'm acquiring knowledge. But then I go, oh, cool. Well, I can turn that knowledge into action. And the way I turn that into action is I work with my AI, I go back and forth, and then I craft a prompt. And so the prompt I am showing you here was kind of created over many iterations, right? Like when I share these prompts on LinkedIn or where people hit me up and say, hey, like, can you tell me how to create that prompt? And for all of the people that email me that are on my newsletter, I just do not have the time to come back to everyone. I know they want me to teach how I'm creating these prompts. This is the place to go when I go into the deep dive on the Marketing Against the Grain YouTube channel. And it's a lot of back and forth with the AI. I'm iterating live with the AI. I'm trying to like perfect the prompt with the AI. So I start with a kind of outline of the prompt, the way I think it should work. And then I go back and forth with my prompt engineer that is a GPT assistant that sits in OpenAI and helps me do this over time. But let me go through this prompt that I created. So it says, you are an advertising strategist trained in David Ogilvy's principles, because we are going to take knowledge and we're going to turn knowledge into action. It is going to take a URL. It is going to extract the main marketing copy. It's going to ignore all of the things around that copy. It is going to score the copy out of 100 using 15 Ogilvy-inspired principles. How did I get these principles? I created the principles using the template. It's going to provide a detailed score breakdown. It's going to identify the top 3 improvement areas. It's going to suggest edits. It's going to rewrite that copy to achieve 100 out of 100. What does this remind you of? An application. in a world gone by, this is a product. It's a point solution. Someone's charging $49 a month and people are using it. Now it is a singular prompt, and I think that is incredible. So we go through the 15 scoring criteria. We have this kind of output where we analyze the URL. We have an overall score. We break down that score. We talk about the top 3 areas. You can see I've formatted it for the AI. It's going to rewrite. How do you rewrite that score to 100? And then all of the things it's going to do. And so let us run the prompt because we like to do things live. You know, I feel sometimes I'm doing like a cooking show. I'm going to run it in O3. Why? I just love O3. It's so awesome. And we are going to run the prompt. And then it's going to say, hey, what do you want to run it on? And we are going to say, we are going to run it on HubSpot CRM. Run it. Here you go. And now it is going to run that prompt against this URL. Now you actually can edit this prompt and start to work on this prompt, because you can create a version of this that will take a multitude of URLs. You can actually create a batch version of it where you can give it a bunch of pages to grade, not one. And so I'm just giving you the one, but when you have this prompt, so it's going to extract these, it gives me a score. People can debate the methodology behind the score. Again, if you want to get much more mathematics and much more kind of particular about the score, you can edit it. Like, this is a pretty simplistic score where it's just weighting things across the 15 principles equal. And so you can definitely debate that there's a better way to do the score. Of course, this is much more simplistic. But look what it's doing. It's grading across each of the principles. It's telling me why it's graded that way. So it really is digging into the details. Emotion and story, case stories help, but the main copy is logical, not visceral. Simple language, which I love. You could really just craft this prompt just to be simple language. This is like a thing that all tech companies use. Jargon, tech stack, cross-functional, workflow memberships. This is actually pretty good, right? Like, who knows what workflow memberships are? Clear tone, generally plain, occasionally fluff. Right? You want to get rid of all this fluff. It's reader focus, speaks to users' pain. Traditional CRMs are a letdown, but slips into product talk. Unique benefit. Unified data is strong, but many CRMs claim it. Uniqueness could be sharper. All very, very good stuff. Product position and AI-powered CRM, unified data, teams, tech, clear, what, why, who, and for whom. Appropriate land, attention grab, and open line is functional, not an immediate hook. So really good stuff. Top 3 improvement areas, because I only asked for 3. You can ask for as many as you want. Headline and the first 50 words. Clarity and simplicity, sharp and unique benefit. And then it goes to targeted edits to list score. AI-powered CRM software, meet the CRM that writes emails, fills data gaps, and shows you the next best actions automatically. Very, very cool. Jargon, tech stacks, tools, cross-functional, every wordy and repetitive. Revolutionize the way you're scaling business, creates personalized customer experiences at scale. Okay, this is pretty good. We do need to look at this. Help you give every customer the personal touch without more headcount. Jesus, that's so much better. I might just do one of this. I might actually, the cool thing about this is I literally could just go back and create the prompt to just be, I actually might make some smaller versions of these prompts where it's just trained to do single principles. It's maybe trying to do all 15 principles is really valuable, but actually if you really loved some of the principles versus some of the others, you could create a prompt just for like singular principles. I actually think I will create a prompt just for wordy and repetitive. I can actually, let's do that.
The thing I've learned about AI is that it works best when you treat it like a collaborator, not just a tool. It's there to help you get moving, it sparks ideas, and it makes starting just about anything 100 times easier. Now, to help you tap into the potential of AI, we've worked with our friends at Mindstream, an amazing AI newsletter. We've teamed up with them to release 1,000 expert-level AI prompts for everything marketing you might ever imagine. When you need some fresh ideas, when you need to adjust your strategies, content creation inspiration, these prompts are designed to make starting and staying creative a whole lot easier. Get it right now at the link in the description below. Now back to today's show.
Let's create a version of this prompt, but only for the principle, wordy and repetitive. We'll come back to that. Okay, rewrite aimed at getting you to 100 out of 100. Stop wrestling with your CRM. Let it work for you. HubSpot Smart CRM uses built-in AI to clean your data, prompt next best actions, and close deals faster. No steep learning curve, no sprawl add-ons. So it writes the whole page, why your team loves it. It does some pretty great things in terms of why your team loves it. It gives you some proof points, which we love. Chooses the next step. So it gives you the 3 things that I had asked it to prioritize, the top 3 things, and then it rewrites the copy. And I will tell you, it is doing a pretty fabulous job at rewriting the copy. And here is our prompt. Now we can use this prompt to only your user will provide you a piece of marketing copy. Your task is to elevate the copy based on a single principle. There we go. We'll kick this. See how quick we can work, by the way. Oh, we won't do that. We will do this. Look how fast we can work. We will do this one, and we will run this prompt. We grab that URL, and we will say, cool, you start running while I'm here. So this is cool, right? We will come back to these. But Let's get even cooler. I want to show you something super cool. Okay, so that's a marketing grader for landing pages, for copy, specifically for copy trained on David Ogilvy. Well, a better version of this is if I could just create a marketing grader for any singular tactic that I cared about, and it would figure out the principles that elite people for that tactic would have, and then it would grade against those tasks and then tell me how I could improve that thing. And of course, that's what I did next. And so now we have a universal marketing grader. And what this is doing is saying you are an elite marketing strategist trained in the principles of the most legendary practitioners, and whatever tactic we choose to do, we'll add some names here to make sure it understands we want the elite. If there was just general AI marketing, this would be a little Kieran Flanagan here, of course. We will have a little task. We ask the user to describe or paste in a piece of work they want evaluated. So that's the big thing, right? And we're going to do actually product positioning. We are going to extract or interpret the core messaging, objective, and format. And so you can upload, if you wanted to do SEO, you could upload your SEO work. If you wanted to do sales calls, you could upload sales calls from Gong. Like, you could really do anything here depending upon what tactic you give it, as long as you give it the context to actually evaluate. It will then create 10 to 15 principles. It will again use the scoring methodology. You can make this much more sophisticated. You can actually work with the AI to make this much more sophisticated. You could say, how can we make this much more exact, much more complex, much more accurate, provide a detailed breakdown, do all the things, right? So we had this template, and then we are going to go and we are going to run it. And we ran it so we ran this for product positioning. Again, the exact same format that I showed you. All I had to do was say, let's review this page. Let's do product positioning. Let's do, this is optional. It didn't need this, but I give it a target audience. Again, these are like, we could be way more detailed here. This is just a quick example of how this should work. So then it goes, okay, the marketing tactic is for SaaS CRM. Again, we're using the CRM landing page. And then it will go, okay, we're going to grade the principles inspired by these people. And so it has these principles, which are 15 principles that should map to really great product positioning. So I'm teaching it to only care about what the elite people think. Then it will break down the score. And so it had some good things in here. Category clarity, free CRM software and tools. Headline is explicit, so it likes that. Unique point of view. Remember, these are positioning now. These are not David Ogilvy. This is product positioning. Talks about 100% free and all I want, but point of view isn't framed as a new lens on the market. Core differentiators, free forever, unified AI, but not contrasted versus rivals. Value transition, benefit copy follows each feature, but sometimes slips into featureless. So basically the value if you're going to do good positioning, you really want to talk about the core benefits this brings to the buyer versus all of these different features. What are the high impact tagline? Current line is long and lacks emotional punch. So all of these are based upon core principles, and it goes through those and grades me. Gives me an overall grading, then says, what are the top 3 things it would do to improve this? Sharpen the SMB focus, because remember, I give it target audience, small businesses. Make small business success the hero, move enterprise messaging and elsewhere. This is very accurate because HubSpot's website is somewhat skewed towards larger companies because our SMBs come in through different paths, not really through our homepage. Own a unique competitive point of view. Explicitly contrast life with spreadsheet. This is really good, by the way, because this is something I'm working on. And I'm only seeing this for the first time because I ran this prompt and then started recording. I did look at the results. Explicitly contrast life with spreadsheets or bloated CRMs and show how HubSpot's free flywheel model wins. Very, very good, because most people in this SMB space are using cobbled together spreadsheets. Craft a punchier tagline and a single CTA, 8-word benefit headline and 1 CTA. So it's going to tell me how to do this. Here's the hero tagline: free CRM software for your whole team, the free CRM built to grow small businesses. Think CRM software is just about contact management. Think again. Open with the pain. Still juggling sales and spreadsheets? Yes. HubSpot unifies every lead, email, and deal in one free SMB-friendly CRM. So it's going to go through these things. Current competitive contrast. Add a comparison bar. HubSpot versus Pipedrive versus spreadsheets. See why SMB switch. Very cool. And it's got logos buried. It tells me to do better. And then it rewrites this again for me based upon positioning. This is pretty cool, right? It's actually built the why SMB switch. Spreadsheets lead is pretty cool. I actually have some ideas around this. There you go. And so you can run this for anything. any marketing tactic you could think of. I'm actually going to run it for product launches. And so I could basically just go back up to the template. Let's go back to the template. So the way I would do it for product launches is when you get this prompt, let's go down to it, you put product launches in here. It will then take all of the key principles for product launches and you add your latest, whatever launch collateral you've done, or if there's a strategic deck you have, just upload as the context and it will grade that for you. So this is how you get to a universal marketing grader. You basically have a prompt now where you can insert the tactic, right? You don't need to insert it here, just run the prompt. It will ask you for this. I'll actually show you it running so you can see what I mean. Again, it performs exactly like you'd expect an app to perform. So let me just run this really quickly. Okay, we'll run this prompt so I can show you it running. Yes. Okay, here we go. It will think. It will ask me for some input. Paste the work. So this won't work, but let's say do external research on our Breeze product launch. I would actually just give it a strategic deck. We have all of this. Name the tactic, product launches, option. We're going to say SMBs. But this here, the context, we've said this a lot on the show, context really matters. And so this is not good context. You would just upload your strategic deck because these are internal HubSpot things. I can't go and show that publicly. But if you can just give great context, you can actually give whatever the stuff is, give it to it, and it can properly grade it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back to this one to finish it off. This is the one that's trained on a singular principle. Remember, we saw the 15 principles from David Ogilvy, and I was like, well, that actually wordy and repetitive is really good. So let's just do that one. And let's run that prompt here, which is now we're rerunning the David Ogilvy, but we've only got one principle, which I like. We're going to drop in the HubSpot CRM page. And I always like to go to the URL to make this all work. Let's do this. Make it all happen here. Jump in between screens here. Yes. And we will go back to our product launch. Paste in the marketing ad. Okay, we're going to go here. Got it. Let's zero in on the right Breeze. All right. Smart. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Breeze HubSpot. So Breeze is our awesome AI platform. Lots of great AI tools. So let's do this. What is Breeze? Breeze. Launch asset to grade. Paste or link. Yeah. I paste the link. It's not going to work great. The prompt is great. I'm just not giving it what it needs. And this is the problem with a lot of people is like the people are the problem in this instance. I'm not giving it great context. Get SMBs to love our AI. All right, which one was this? Okay, so this is the one that we created just for wordy and repetitive. So it's given me a score out of 10 because remember, it's not out of 100 anymore because there's only one core principle. And so issues identified wordy and repetitive. HubSpot's AI-powered CRM unifies your customer data teams and tech stacks on a customer platform so you can create more personalized customer experience. Long chain of 9 unifies on one customer platform. So it's giving me a bunch of things that it's identified and suggested improvements, rewritten version, concise and high impact. AI-powered CRM that unifies your entire customer touchpoint. HubSpot Smart CRM instantly. Okay, this is the rewrite. AI-powered CRM that unites every customer touchpoint. HubSpot Smart CRM instantly syncs your data and apps, giving every team one clear view of your customer. Built-in AI helps you segment, automate, and sell faster without adding headcount. I wonder if I do. Show me the before and after copy so I can compare. I would add that into the prompt. I could see that would make the prompt better. So we are working here. This is how quickly I can work, by the way, not with AI. So we're doing some product launch stuff here. So now this is an example of it running for product launch. So let's see what it's done here. Grading principles inspired by Dunford. But where has it listed? Why hasn't it listed the principles? Interesting. So it's interesting. So it's giving me different formats. So it said the marketing tactic is product launch. Analyzed the work. It has graded it across these principles. But did I give it product launch? No, so it's just giving them in a different, these are really good. It's just given them to me in a different format, which is pretty interesting. So what it's done here, so it has done it. Let's just like clarify that it has done what I asked it to do. So it's basically, okay, so it's just giving me, it threw me off there. It's giving me a different format. What I'm kind of thrown off by is it's not giving me the name for each principle, but it's giving me the core principle for product launches. Crystal clear, ideal customer pain. Yep. One sentence position, strategic narrative, that's Andy Raskin, old BMU game. Benefit first hero, tension break and social proof, concrete use cases, clear singular. So give me a lot. I think this is very skewed towards product positioning for product launches, conversion, escape hatches. It's got all product launches. Score breakdown. Okay. ICP clarity, positioning, strategic narrative, benefit hero. So it's great in the page. I could have, again, context really matters, and because it's the page, it's really honing in on positioning versus the launch, because I haven't given it the launch assets. So the 3 areas: sharpen SMB positioning, better CTA, add instant product animation. That's pretty cool. Specific edit and recommendations. It's gone through lots of edit recommendations, and then how you rewrite. So it's very much focused on the copy, because I, again, it's my bad. I give it a landing page. Why SMB switched to Breeze. So it has created the old way and new way, which is the Andy Raskin, manual research and forms, AI enrichment, guessing intent, real-time web. This is all really good. How it works, it's actually got a 30-second GIF that we should answer. So it has done some real product launch stuff. Loved by scrappy teams, got some logos. Price built for small teams. It's doing me a pricing model. All right, and then I asked it for it's given me, this is a better actually format than it gave me, so I could play around to make sure it gives me this format. And we'll go back here and we see if we've added in the before and after, the original copy, and then it's, wow, that has reduced a lot of words. I would have to look to see if that's the right amount of words, but wow, it's reduced it into a concise and high impact. All right, I mean, how don't you love this? We go from a single template that I find about David Ogilvy to like a full-fledged marketing grader for any single tactic. So what did we cover on this show? We found the template. We created a grader to grade copy against those David Ogilvy principles. Then we said, wow, that's super cool, but I like one of these principles more than the most. We created a micro version of that just for that singular principle, and that prompt can then focus in on that principle. And we did a little iteration to make that a little bit better by putting the old copy and the new copy. Then we said, well, we can just take that and create a whole marketing grader experience, which means that for any tactic, this grader will take the most elite level marketers, take their principles, whatever context you give it, and we give it not the best context, you can give it much better context to make this much, much better for you all. It will grade that work against those elite level marketers and will provide you with the top 3 things that you should improve. And I cannot see how how is that not some like real value right there and then. So let us stop sharing and say that is marketing against the grain. You're a marketing grader for any tactic you want. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel because we're giving you all of the clear ways that you can start using AI today. That's it for another episode. See you on the next show.
This data is wrong every freaking time.
Have you heard of HubSpot? HubSpot is a CRM platform where everything is fully integrated.
Whoa, I can see the client's whole history, calls, support tickets, emails, and here's a task from 3 days ago I totally missed.
HubSpot. Grow better.